Tonight on the Andy Zoric Show, we discuss the big global warming swindle in France. Is Bernie Sanders a cartoon villain? And who really is the sexiest man alive? Thank you, and welcome to the Andy Zoric Show, the only show on YouTube to successfully cut carbon emissions to 1995 levels. I am the aforementioned Andy Zoric, and this is our top story. This week, hundreds of dignitaries got on private jets, burned millions of gallons of jet fuel transporting themselves and their heavily armored motorcades so that they could then drive to a conference to discuss efforts on reducing fossil fuel emissions. Ever heard of Skype, guys? 150 world leaders, also known as the do as I say, not as I do crowd, are meeting in Paris to discuss global warming? No, what are we calling it this week? Climate change? Is that right? Climate change. You mean like seasons? Because you know those are cyclical, right? Gets warmer, gets colder, gets warmer again. You can almost set a calendar to it. Most pundits say that the entire conference is pointless because while people like President Obama will push for a global carbon tax, other countries like India and China won't sign on to such an agreement. A global carbon tax would stifle global GDP while severely limiting third world countries' ability to industrialize. So thank goodness we have China looking out for humanity's best interests. Among other things on the agenda, there is a proposal to create a fake volcano, like every third grade science project ever. The belief is that by replicating the effects of Mount Pinatubo, which erupted in the Philippines in 1991, sending ash and soot into the upper atmosphere, reducing virtually all global warming since 1971. The proposal involves using a fleet of modified business jets to inject fine droplets of sulfuric acid into the stratosphere, where they would combine with water vapor and form a fine sulfate that will reflect sunlight away from the Earth. So let me get this straight. You say climate change still doesn't sound right. Is caused by pollution in the air and you want to add more chemicals to the air? What could go wrong? Though I think I've seen this somewhere before.
No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object, perhaps a skydiver, plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second, the third. There's no parachutes yet.
Can't be skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh my God, they're talking! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! Windshield of a parked car. This is terrible.
The cars running around pushing each other. Oh my goodness. Oh, the humanity. Oh, people are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement. I don't know how much longer the crowd is running for their lives.
And here's your Joe Biden meme of the week. What do you think of gun control, Mel? For one night, last week, all crime was legal. It's called The Purge.
See this bitch, lady?
Sorry, that was just Black Friday. Western civilization was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Transitioning to politics, ever notice Bernie Sanders looks like every unmasked Scooby-Doo villain ever? And have you seen Hillary? She looks like the monster mask they just pulled off the guy. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your dog. Feel the burn. You know, every time someone says feel the burn, I think they're trying to give me gonorrhea. People magazine announced their sexiest man alive, and this year it's David Beckham. You know, a few years ago, I was in a sexy contest with David Beckham. Yeah, the rules were that the loser had to quit his job and go play soccer for the LA Galaxy. Is there nothing this guy can do to not be taken seriously? Because there's not much left. I mean, he went to Paris and said mass shootings don't happen in other countries. In Paris! Michelle really lets you leave the White House like that? Must be casual Friday in the Oval Office. That shirt looks like the love child of Magnum P.I. and Charlie Sheen's wardrobes. In sports, the New England Patriots lost to the Denver Broncos. No joke, I just like saying the words Patriots lost. And finally, last week, Jim Harbaugh's rebooted Michigan team lost to Ohio State 42-13. Last year, the flailing Michigan team helmed by Brady Hoke lost to Ohio State 28-42. At least you tried, Jim. And here's your craft beer of the week. Thanks for watching again this week. Before we close, I would like you to join me in the decorating of the official Andy Zoric Show Christmas tree. And there you have it, the official Andy Zoric Show Christmas tree. What? Were you expecting more? Shouldn't you know better than that by now? I know it's small, but hashtag all trees matter. Be sure to check out our upcoming episodes. There'll be a new show next week on the 12th of December. On December 18th, I'll host a panel discussion on the Star Wars The Force Awakens. We'll have 2 videos, one with spoilers, one without, so be sure to check those out. Then on December 19th, it's the Andy Zoric Show Christmas Spectacular. Oh, it's real. And it's spectacular. And probably a New Year's year in review show sometime around the 31st. Maybe some bowl predictions. I don't know, it might just be me and Mo day drinking. That's probably what you people want. And before I forget, I want to give a huge shout out to Vicki Eisenstein. She's been great. Lots of advice, great support for the show here. There's a link to her channel in the description of this video. And also follow her on Twitter at Vicki Ironstone. Because she's literally like 10% of my subscribers. Be sure to follow me, Andy Zoric, on Twitter and Instagram. Talk about the show on social media with the hashtag Andy Zoric Show. And don't forget to tune in next week to see if I can sit through the entire Star Wars holiday special without jamming a fork in my eye. Until then, I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Good night.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.